It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy. Coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, go, go. Dig, dig, dig. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Another question upstairs. Go ahead.
Yeah, for Lance and Rick, can you guys talk about how this team came together? I assume this car was built fairly recently, and are you guys going to race it anywhere else?
Mr. H has got to tell me if we're going to race it anywhere else. It definitely did come together quick. I got a walk-in visit from Mr. Ken House on October 24th of last year, and he walked in and he said, Mr. Hendrick wants to go to Daytona, and he wants you to build the best car we've ever built, and he wants you to win. We were in the middle of doing some cup races with Brad Keselowski, so we didn't really get a big jump on it, and we pretty much worked 7 days a week since January 5th after the holidays to get it done. And fortunately enough for us, we still have jobs.
Well, you think you do. I mean, just because you win doesn't mean you still have it.
I'm glad you told me that, because I told Ken Howes in July that we needed that car.
I already heard
I'm going
that.
to look for him in the morning. No, we're going to actually.
Maybe forgot to flip the months on the calendar.
Actually, what we're doing with it, as soon as it leaves you, it's going to the dealerships, and it's going to the guys that have sold the most cars on those sites, and it'll be shifted to them, and we're letting the fans register for his uniform. And then next plate race, it might show up again, but right now we're going to put it to work in the car business. So.
Part, just so you guys know, part of where the 80 came from for this was the 80 franchisees with HendrickCars.com, and that's the significance of what the 80 meant to the team and to all the people and all the franchisees. So, every bit of that 80 was all the franchisees that were behind us this weekend. So it's pretty cool that Mr. H is going to let the car go on tour and go to some of the dealerships and let those guys enjoy the victory with us, because they were a part of it with us today.
We'll go with Al, Jim, and Jay, and then I'll get.
Yeah, Tony Al Pearson, Auto Week. Just one more question about the last corner. Clint came in and said that what Kyle tried last night didn't work. He was surprised he tried it again today and it didn't work. Did you remember that he had tried that same thing last night and it didn't work? And were you expecting maybe something else?
I would have known that, but my car owner duties kicked in last night, and I had to go to a sponsor dinner of all things last night. So I was dressed up and eating dinner with our sponsors, and Ryan and I had a pretty good time last night. We missed the entire truck race because our dinner started when the race started, and we kept both trying to sneak out of the room because they had a TV in the restaurant over in the bar area, and we kept trying to sneak around to see what was going on with the truck race, but we didn't see the end of it, and I'd like to go back and watch it. I wish I would have now. If I'd have known he was going to pull the same move on the last lap today as he did last night, I'd have been watching for it a little closer.
Let's go with Jim, Jay, and then Holly.
Yeah, Jim Pedley with a Kansas City Star. Tony, Mr. Hendrick has talked about how much he wanted to put you in a car and what an honor it was. Is the feeling mutual? I mean, is this something you've thought a lot about, and are you honored?
I am honored. It's this has been a great organization in NASCAR racing, no matter whether it's been the trucks or the Nationwide Series or the Cup Series. You look at all the races that they've won, it's a huge honor to drive for this organization. And, this is something that, when we talked about me joining Haas Racing at the end of the year and our relationship with Mr. Hendrick and his organization, Rick, sorry.
It's Rick.
I got it now. This was something that, timing is everything, and it's been part of making decisions at the right time, and I feel like we've been real lucky from that standpoint that we've made the right decisions. And we had an opportunity to join Mr. Hendrick, Rick's operation in '96, and honestly the timing wasn't right. I mean, it was the perfect opportunity, but the timing wasn't right, and I wasn't ready. I knew that I just started in the Nationwide Series with Harry Ranier, and I was scared that I had one step on the ladder to go, I felt like, and I didn't want to make that last step too soon and end up falling back down the ladder. So it was probably one of the hardest decisions I had to make to not accept that offer, but I felt like in the long run that it might pay off. And I knew that I might never get a chance to have that opportunity again. And I think that's why it means so much to me to be here today. This was something since '96 that we had tried to do, and here we are in 2009, and our first race together we win. So it's kind of like a fine bottle of wine that's sat. By the time they pulled the cork out of it finally, we were ready to come here, and the timing was right, and Lance and their guys, I mean, everything just, all the pieces of the puzzle came together at the right time, and we went out and won the race today because of that.
We'll go with Jay, Holly, and Hill.
Jay Pennell, HardcoreRaceFans.com. Did it surprise you when Edwards and Boyer got that run off of 4? Did you think, when you got past Bush, or when you held off Bush, hey, it's over now, but then you saw him come on the outside, that kind of surprised you a little bit?
That wasn't near as dramatic as going into 3 was, I can promise you. I was still in shock, I guess, to a certain degree that I hadn't got past on the inside. The spotter cleared me, and I couldn't believe that he said clear on the exit of 4, and with that, you only have a short amount of time that you got to defend your spot, and as soon as I saw the 60 car and the 29 on the outside of the 18, that'll pull the inside guy back the way that they had lined up on him, and it was just a short amount of time, but it was like the seconds were ticking away and the distance was ticking away. They got a run on us, but they just ran out of time before they got there. But we were ready to. I could see him coming down the short stretch and moved up to where I didn't give him just a free lane to just go sailing on by. So I was going to do like Kyle. I wasn't going to let him have it easy.